Boulder has a new sheriff in town, this time featuring the return of
Prime time for Dion Smile. His prime time, he's back.
Not to compete, but to win. Not to show up, but to show out. Not to be among the rest, but to be the absolute best. We're coming to work. We're not coming to play. We're coming to kill, not to kick it. Do you understand it? Do you feel that? Do you understand the intensity, the excitement, the adrenaline, the rush that I got right now, that I can't wait till this thing kicks off because we are coming. Boulder, Colorado, you have no idea what you blessed me with, the opportunity that you've given me, and I feel like I owe you.
Touchdown! Caught by Westbrook for a touchdown! Incredible! There is no time remaining.
Running the option on first down. Hagan has it. He has room. He's got one man to beat. Now he pitches to Flanagan, and he may take it all the way. Flanagan's in for the touchdown.
Looking right, scans, throws it right corner of the end zone. Montana's out there. He got a shove, and he goes out of bounds.
Touchdown. He just signaled touchdown.
There you go.
Holy cow! What a play! Touchdown! Touchdown, Colorado!
This is Colorado Football on the Prime and Gold Podcast, your place for up-to-date info on all things CU football. We're about to let the world know something that's no longer a secret. Coach Prime, what are we doing?
Baby, we're coming.
Here's CWS.
Welcome to Prime and Gold. Holy cow, it's been a long day. 20 hours for me. The game just ended here in Boulder about an hour ago. What a game. Rocky Mountain Showdown, the 92nd meeting between the University of Colorado and Colorado State University. Let me tell you, these two football teams went head-to-head. They played one of the best games of the year. I mean, it's, week 3, but they played probably the best game of the year. And this was just something that you can't fathom if you weren't watching it. You could look at the box score, you could look at the play-by-play. It does not do justice to the phenomenal scene here in Boulder, to the game itself. We're recording really late in the night because the game ended just after midnight local time. Right now it is just after 1:30 in the morning. So we're going to make this quick because I'm already saying that's how long this day has been, but how awesome the game was. A college game day was in town. I started my morning there. Big noon kickoff was over on the other side of campus. Pat McAfee's show was here yesterday. First Take was here yesterday. 60 Minutes has been here this week. There's so many programs that have been here this week because the Prime effect is in full force. So without further ado, it's Game 3 of the Prime era. Colorado, CSU. And CSU opened with a punt. Shedeur then threw his first interception. And then CSU's next possession got all the way inside the Colorado 35 before a 80-yard return from Shiloh Sanders, a pick six for a touchdown, opened the scoring for Colorado. CSU then scored on their next possession in 3 plays and 75 yards in under a minute, trying to emulate the CU, fast action, Folsom Fast, as offense coordinator Sean Lewis calls it, the Folsom Fast effect. That feel of it, I guess. CU then had a fumble return for a touchdown. So, lots of things happened. That's just the nicest way to put it. Yeah, CSU ended up returning that for a touchdown to make it 14-7 Rams. CU went down in 7 plays, 71 yards in 2.5 minutes to make it 14 all. Then they traded punts for the next 4 possessions. CSU scored a touchdown in 14 plays, 89 yards, 7 minutes and 27 seconds. And I looked over at Voice of the Buffalo's Mark Johnson and said, "That's a very long drive." He looks at me and kind of nodded his head. They traded punts for the next 2 possessions, and then CU ended the half. Shedeur got sacked on a play to end the quarter. So CSU leads 21-14, end of the first half. And the offense just couldn't get going. That's the nicest way to say it. CSU was in total control. They had over 250 yards of offense by the end of the first half. CU just 60 yards passing, just under 100 yards. I think they were at 99 yards at the end of the first half. It just wasn't pretty from the Buffaloes. This was not Buffalo football in 2023. Yet here we are. We're still playing football. It's the third quarter. CSU gets CU to go 3 and out on their first possession. Then CSU fumbles. CU has to punt. Mind you, it's still 21-14 early here in the third. Both teams miss a field goal. CSU missed a 52-yarder. It was blocked off the edge by Leonard Payne Jr. Then Jace Feely kind of had a little bit of a duck hook that looked like one of my golf shots on the 13th fairway earlier. Yeah, it was ugly. 39-yard field goal just shanked to the left. So still 21-14. CSU throws an interception. CU kicks a field goal. They needed the points. And CSU earlier in the game traded some points away. They gave away 3 points. They'd already made the field goal. And then all of a sudden they decided, well, we want more yards. There were some questionable coaching decisions from CSU in this game. Coach Norvell decided, well, on that 3-play 75-yard drive in the first half, they had the ball when it got kicked out of bounds because Jace Feely was trying to hit a lineman on a shorter kick. Penalty moved up the kickoff to midfield. Tried to hit a lineman, he missed the lineman, and he ended up taking out one of the sideline crew members. Almost. I'm being told, no, he did not take him out. He missed him barely. We were really high up in the booth trying to watch this game. It was awesome. So that's, just the overview, the 30,000-foot view. CSU's winning 21-17 after the CU field goal. And then CSU goes down and scores a touchdown, 7 plays, 76 yards, 3 minutes and 2 seconds. It's 28-17 with 11:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Keep that in mind. This is when the chaos in the Rocky Mountain Showdown begins. The last 6 matchups, the ranked team ended up losing this game, and CSU hasn't won in Boulder in 14 years. And CU's trying to keep their perfect record, trying to go 3-0 for the first time since 2018 in a full season. The truncated 2020 season was great, but that was 6 games when they went 4-2. All right, it's 28-20 now. CU makes a field goal. They brought out a different kicker. Alejandro Mata made a 41-yarder. There's about 7 minutes left. CSU punts. Now, let me set the scene for you. There are 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the game. CSU punts the ball, and they put CU down by their own 2-yard line. CSU's got an Australian punter. CU's played 2 of them already this season. And those rugby kicks, let me tell you, they go down. They're like a line drive, like in baseball. You don't catch those. They just get shot down the field, and you just hope and pray you get good field position. Well, CSU got great setup, great field position for themselves, even though they're not on offense. They gave CU the ball at their own 2. So what is Shedeur Sanders going to do? He's the Heisman frontrunner, you would think, right now. So is Travis Hunter. We'll get to Travis in just a second. 7 plays, 98 yards. Yeah, 98 yards in 1 minute and 30 seconds. And then Shedeur Sanders hit Mikey Harrison, wide receiver turned tight end, for a 2-point conversion. 45-yard strike to Jimmy Hog the Horn Jr. makes it 28-26. Then the 2-point conversion from Harrison is 28-all. There are 36 seconds left in regulation. CSU wanted to drive. They went 3 and out. CU tried to move the ball down the field, but they knew they couldn't even get into field position. They had 7 seconds left on the clock. It just wasn't feasible, so that everybody goes to overtime. Yeah, we played overtime in this game. CU was down 28-17 with 11:40 to go in the fourth. They came back from that. So, CU starts with the ball. You normally don't take the ball first on offense in overtime. You usually go on defense first in college. And that shocked a lot of people, especially the people I was sitting with. CU scores a touchdown in 4 plays, 25 yards. Sanders hit Mikey Harrison for a 3-yard touchdown. Where's Travis? Travis Hunter got knocked out of the game by Henry Blackburn. Some people say it's a late hit. Coach Prime says it was a football play. Watch the film for yourselves. It could go either way. I've talked to football players since the end of the game, and they've said that, it's a football play. Some people say it's a late hit. You decide. At the end of the day, that's the whole point of this podcast. You decide. We'll give you the information, but it was a hit. Let me tell you. Travis Hunter is out for this. He remained out for the rest of this game. He came back in the second quarter, and then they took him to a local hospital for observation. From last word we had from our official sources was that he was not going to return to the game, and that he was working on the road to recovery. So we wish nothing but the best for Travis Hunter. We hope he's okay. We hope he doesn't miss time. That was a brutal hit. All right, back to the game. First overtime, CU scores. They hit Mikey Harrison. Mata's kick is good, 35-28. CSU, 4 plays, 25 yards of their own. Fowler Nicolosi hits Torrey Horton for 8 yards, 35-all. CSU is the first team against CU to have 3 100-yard receivers. Torrey Horton has his 6th 100-yard career game, tied for 8th best in CSU history. Second overtime. You got to start going for 2 now in second overtime, and then starting with the third overtime, you would go for 2-point conversions. CSU scores a touchdown. Shedeur Sanders, Mikey Harrison, again. And this time he'll hit Xavier Weaver for a 2-point conversion, 43-35. CSU, 8 plays on 4th and goal. Well, yeah, it is. It's basically 4th and goal from the 18-yard line after a penalty. An illegal block on Torrey Horton basically resulted in negating a touchdown. So they had to run 3 more plays hoping to score. And Nicolosi's pass was intercepted. Trevor Woods kneeled it down in the end zone. And then as soon as that happened, there was no stopping the kids. Dad, athletic director Rick George, was not coming onto the field for that one. It just wasn't feasible. We we talked about last week. Assistant athletic director Jason DePape leads the athletic department in tackles. We don't know if he's. We couldn't see him get another tackle this week, but then again, there were 20,000 kids running after him, and people too, but mainly students who just witnessed one of the best college football comebacks in recent memory. So congrats to the Colorado Buffaloes, who are probably going to be ranked inside the top 20 come this week. They win 43-35 in the Rocky Mountain Showdown in double overtime. If you went to bed, I'm sorry. Some of us are not going to bed for a little bit. If you didn't go to bed and you got to watch this, again, you watched one of the best college football games in recent memory. So CU is now 3-0. They go to Autzen Stadium, 3:30 p.m. Eastern, 1:30 p.m. Mountain Time on ABC. They will hit the airwaves at 11:30 a.m. Mountain Time on KOA, potentially KHOW, depending on what's going on with the Rockies. But stay tuned to CUBuffs.com for more information on that. Without further ado, that covers the CSU-CU Rocky Mountain Showdown. We know it's a quick pod. It's really late. It's been a long day. It's been an awesome day from Boulder. Nothing could top this. But then again, we said that 2 weeks ago when TCU got beat in Fort Worth by this CU team. CU heads to Oregon, and then they got USC at home the week after. Ooh, buddy. You might just want to buckle in. This roller coaster is about to take off. All right, live from Boulder, this was Prime and Gold.
This podcast is copyrighted by the Sport Report for viewers to understand sports from a neutral perspective and news reporting basis. Any other use of this podcast, the Sport Report logos, or anything associated with the company without the express written consent of Chandler with Sports is strictly prohibited.